Hi guys, welcome to our podcast Supposedly Adults, where we are four supposed adults sharing our quote-unquote youthful experiences.
Talking about the most random life topics.
Giving our thoughts that no one cares about.
And just trying to make life suck less.
That's right, so I'm Jensen.
I'm Melody.
This is Calvin.
And this is Laris.
And today's random question is your favorite movie Pixar? Hey,
Bye.
hey guys.
What's up?
Hey.
Wait, did you just say bye?
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye. Yay!
Anyways, so this weekend I was just sitting at home and this random question just pops in my head and I thought it would be perfect for today's podcast. So you ready?
Yep.
So basically is top 3 Pixar Disney movies. Go.
Ooh.
Yep, 6 seconds or less.
Wait,
You have to say
Disney or Pixar? Disney or Pixar?
both,
Pixar,
both,
Pixar.
either or, either
Let-
or. I
think
can never,
Pixar. Tell the
yeah, I
difference.
can never
Singing, okay.
tell the difference.
If they
I'm not-
sing, it's Disney. If they don't, then it's Pixar. Except for Coco. Poco Loco.
Okay. I have it. Okay, I think I have it
Okay,
now.
do we take our turns? Okay.
Okay, Calvin, you go first.
Oh.
Because you started this.
No, I ask. That's why I don't
yeah,
have to
no,
go
he has to
first
go
because
last.
I
He
have
has to
no
go
idea.
last.
You go.
Okay,
I
fine.
don't. No, I have
Jensen.
none. So you guys go.
Me? No, let someone else go first.
Dude, okay, Lyrics, go.
Okay.
Liz, I know you have this in the
favorite
bag.
ever?
Mhm.
Okay, this is impossible. Okay, I'll give you like top 3. Like, okay, there's no like ranking. Coco, love Coco. Inside Out, best movie of all time, and I said all time, so F Avatar, F Titanic. Inside Out is my favorite.
Wow,
Sorry,
wow,
controversial.
Sorry, I wouldn't do that. But I see someone who
Inside
loves
Out
their
today.
animated films.
No, okay. And then I don't know. The rest is kind of like very equal. I really like Up. I really like Toy Story 3. Okay.
Dude,
this is cheating.
you're
I'm
just
sorry,
naming
I'm
everything now.
sorry.
Yeah, you can't just name
fine,
all the
okay,
different
fine,
franchises.
I think Coco, Inside Out, and Toy Story 3. Yeah, I'll go with Toy Story 3. That's my top 3, I think.
Cool.
Well,
Do you wanna
Jensen's
explain why or?
do you want to like
No,
just
you
say
go
it
go
first?
around
Oh,
first.
so
Yeah,
we'll
yeah,
just
yeah.
name first. Okay. Well, at least it's an easier topic than what we did last week. Okay, so my top would be like the emotional side would be Inside Out,
Yes.
and then the more artistic or like I like the messaging of it would be a tie between Wall-E and Ratatouille. Yeah.
Oh, that sounds good. Hey, you know what's funny? I I don't want to sound like I'm copying you guys, but Inside Out is definitely there.
See, I told you
Okay.
best movie of all
Okay.
time.
I thought you were gonna.
Alright.
I thought you were gonna go top 3.
What do you mean?
What's your top 3? I thought we were doing
Like,
top
you're gonna
Well,
list
I'm
three.
not done yet.
Oh,
I'm
sorry,
not
sorry,
done
sorry,
yet.
sorry.
I'm just
My bad,
saying
my
it's
bad.
funny because you guys keep
Lol.
saying Inside Out. I was like, yo, me
Inside
too.
Out's good.
Yeah, but
By
then I want to
Marvel.
say
Sorry.
Wall-E. I've never seen it, but
Wait, what?
But-
You've never seen it?
I've actually
Okay,
never
I've
seen it.
never seen it either, but
Sure,
it's in
never
your
seen
top
it.
3, so I don't know.
I've
all of
not
y'all.
either.
No, let me finish. Let me finish.
But why is
I'm
it
not
in your
saying
top
it's
three?
my top. No, it's not.
Oh,
I'm
okay,
just
okay.
saying.
Okay.
I heard the movie Wall-E, and it just reminded me when I was designing the prosthetic knee joint for my masters. You know Wall-E. I know like that. Like he has a girlfriend called Eve. So when
Yeah.
I was designing my knee, I basically based that shape of the knee, like the knee joint, based on his girlfriend. So his girlfriend's
that's
Eve.
So cute.
Yeah, and then I named my knee Neve. So or Wall Knee. I think it's pretty good.
No, but I have a question. I have
Wait,
a
so is it
question.
Wall-Neve or Neve?
No, but
both, either or.
Oh, so like the right is like Neve, the left is Wall knee.
Oh my
And
god.
they'll never separate. They'll always be
Oh,
together.
Or you're like
that's
the-
so
Oh.
smart.
Or
yeah.
you're like the right knee
Then
to my
wouldn't that
left
mean-
knee.
Then wouldn't that mean one is like much more advanced than the other?
He hasn't
he
watched the
didn't
movie.
watch the
He
movie.
doesn't know what
you
you're talking
you also
about.
haven't watched the movie. I'm calling you both out. Melody, did you watch it? Did you watch Wall-E?
I I know.
No,
I
it's
really
on my
should.
list. It's on my
Okay,
list.
let's do it tomorrow.
You all haven't watched WALL-E? Okay, give me a minute. WALL-E is an amazing film because it takes the art of filmmaking and where you can actually tell a story without having to say many words. Like there's
that's
almost
true.
nothing to
I
like.
can see it.
They have almost no dialogue besides the humans there.
I can see
and like
it.
the occasional
That's true.
Eve or Wally. That kind of thing.
Yeah, I guess that's why E.T. is a classic movie too, because it's just go home. Sorry.
Oh, I haven't watched that.
It was-
You can watch
it
that. I'm sorry.
Dead silence.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway, okay, finish your top 3 then.
Okay, anyway, sorry. I don't know. That was I want to say, I don't really have top 3, but I say I like Big Hero 6. That's pretty good. Just because it's Asian, it's engineering, it's amazing.
Oh, it's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Right? That's the only
true.
thing.
The robots, yeah.
Yeah.
Technically, it's not a Pixar movie, but okay. Keep going. Keep going.
True.
I don't know what's the last one. I have no idea.
Are we just doing Pixar?
No, it's
think we are
Pixar
both.
slash
Pixar and-
Disney.
Okay, fine.
And Disney. Yeah.
Okay.
Disney.
I don't know.
I haven't really thought
Fine.
about this. I'm only thinking
Okay.
in like Pixar terms.
Up. I like Up.
Pixar.
I
I
like
think
Up,
Pixar.
Up.
I think we should stick with Pixar.
I already have my answer ready for Disney and
Fine.
Yeah.
Pixar. I can't do
Then
it.
I have to change
Okay.
my answer.
Okay.
Anyway.
Okay.
Okay, I hate having to go last because now I feel like I'm not original. But did you say Coco, Laris, by the way?
I did.
Oh,
I
okay,
like
okay,
Coco.
cool. Anyway, I didn't like Coco as much as I thought I would.
What?
Just
Yes,
because no,
finally
no,
someone.
no, just because I guessed it midway. Like midway,
Exactly.
I already guessed the
Really?
guessed the
Okay.
ending.
Yeah, me
So
too.
it was
very
just like,
shocking for me.
okay.
It was a good twist for me. Okay.
Yeah, it was a good
All
twist.
right. Fair.
But it's still like even without the twist, it's still like a beautiful story about family.
Yeah, I just feel
And
like
it's
it could
amazing.
be like I am the type of person who cries in every single movie. I didn't cry in Coco.
What? I cried for like 3 hours.
Just
straight.
because I guessed
And
And
it.
the
Also-
movie is
I
2
really
hours,
don't.
so I don't know what's happening.
So you just cried for like the whole movie and
It's
then
like before and after.
I'm not crying.
Okay. So my third would be Big Hero
What was the
6.
second one?
No, I haven't. I started with my third. Yeah.
Oh,
So my third
sorry.
one is obviously you're not listening. Okay. Anyway, the third one would be Big Hero 6. I really like it because it deals with like Lost and all that.
But the
that
villain is
emotion.
crap. The villain's really bad.
Okay, wait, we need to go through all these movies.
Sorry.
Because I have a bunch to say about each and every.
Sorry, keep going.
Okay, and then the second one I have, I know this would be very, I'll get a lot of reaction from you guys, but my second favorite would be Frozen.
I love Frozen.
I know.
I love Frozen.
I know it is very cliche and
One or two?
whatnot now.
Or just one?
One. Because I
Okay.
feel like, yeah, I understand Frozen is very overused and everything, and it's brainwashing and whatnot. But the first time I watched it, I really liked it. I actually watched it twice in theater, but that's how much I
Same.
love it. Because, okay, sorry, I'm not supposed to give.
If you watch it
Reasons.
twice, which means you learn nothing from the movie. You didn't let the movie go.
Oh, okay.
Stop!
Alright.
It was dead silence. Oh man. Oh man. Oh man.
Calvin, I wish you find
This is-
somebody who can
it's-
finish your
it is-
sandwiches.
It is people like you that make people hate Frozen. It is people like you. You single-handedly ruined Frozen.
No, it's a great movie about sisterhood and about overcoming personal challenges.
I love
Anyway,
Frozen.
and my top choice, and everybody knows I'm not copying any one of you, but everybody who knows me knows that I love Inside Out. It's like my all-time favorite movie. I
Yeah.
cried so much. I don't know how many times I've watched it. And after the first time I watched it, I was like, my kid is gonna grow up watching that movie because it's such a
just like every
it's just
day.
such
No,
an
they're gonna watch
accurate-
all the Pixar movies. I don't care.
They're
They-
like, oh my god, this old movie again. Gee, mom.
that will be the day I'll get Disney Plus, and after that, just like an iPad in your face. Here you go. You are not watching YouTube, kids. You are
Have-
watching Pixar
Don't you
movies.
dare pick up that book. Go
Eh,
back and watch the Disney movie.
maybe pick up a book once in a while. But you know. And after
No,
that,
so it's
progress
actually-
to adult movies.
Yeah, so it's actually quite interesting how all four of us have Inside Out on our list.
See, told you, best movie of all time.
Should we
Yeah,
talk
I
about
was
the
just-
difficult movies first, or should we talk about like the good movies, or like the ones that we like?
What do you mean difficult
What do you mean
movies?
difficult?
Like the ones that we all have different opinions about.
Oh.
like Coco.
Stop.
Yeah, Frozen maybe as well. Whatever.
Okay. Well, but no, I was just wondering. Well, what was their common movies? It was like Inside
Inside
Out,
Out.
Big Hero 6. I
That
heard
is so
couple-
Canadian. Inside Out. I love it.
Inside Out.
Inside Out.
What is it about?
Sorry. Okay, Inside Out, and and then what else? What else? Like
think
Wally
that's it.
didn't made it. Was it?
Just because
No.
all three
Big
of us
Hero
did
six.
not
We
watch
Y'all
it.
didn't watch it. Y'all are terrible.
I know. I'm sorry, bro.
But
I'm
like,
sorry.
I guess like why do you guys love the Inside Out so much? I feel like I don't know. Like why do you guys like it so much then?
No, because okay, for me, because I did psychology, I just feel like it's such a beautiful way, an accurate way to explain and depict how emotions work in your brain. Like it simplified it so the kids could understand, but at the same time, it's such an accurate depiction of it. I just think it's amazing. Like how there are the memory balls and how there are core memories, and then there's memory balls, and then when there are too many memory balls, then you kind of need to get rid of some. So sometimes you don't remember, and there's always this gum song, this annoying gum song that would just come out and play in your head every once in a while, and how there's always like these core islands that you have. And I think the most amazing thing that I got out of it is, you cannot turn off emotions, because this is a mistake that I've done before. I can tell you guys more later on, but then I've learned that you cannot turn off one particular emotion. Let's say if I'm feeling depressed and I try to not feel depressed, I cannot just numb that one emotion. That's not how your brain works. If you numb one emotion, you numb all emotions, so then you don't feel anything. So that is exactly what Inside Out was saying, and I love it.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
done with
Yeah.
my
me too.
monologue.
I really like that. The sadness thing. It's great.
No, wait, what about the sadness thing?
Like the one that you talk about, because the whole movie is basically them trying to shut down sadness, because she's trying to like ruining everything, and then at the end like happy.
Oh, yeah.
Happy joy. Sorry. Joy.
Y'all didn't watch the movie?
I did. I read the Wikipedia. No kidding. I watched it. No, I'm kidding. I watched it. And then Joy kind of like, which is crazy that Joy actually felt sad. That's weird.
No,
Why
but
did
the whole
Joy-
Right?
sorry,
It
just very
doesn't
quickly.
make
do you
sense.
do you think Joy has 5 emotions?
Oh
in
my
her
god!
brain
I
too?
was just gonna
And
say.
then it's an Inception thing,
Right? Oh
that
my
crazy?
god! I was just gonna say that. You stole my idea. I was
No, but I
just
feel
gonna
like-
say that.
I feel like it's because the whole point of it is to show that you can only be happy if there's sadness in your life, because it's all
Yeah.
relative, right? If you've never felt sadness, how do you ever know that this is happiness, right? But yeah,
Maybe.
Jansen, what were you gonna say?
No, I was gonna say that like how I don't know how is it gonna tie in with like souls, within the Pixar universe, because of I don't know whether you guys have heard of the Pixar theory of how people try to link up all the different movies together into one big Pixar universe, like it all happens within the same universe. I am a personal fervent believer of that theory. Like I know people can point holes, but the objective, like I need to reiterate, the objective of the Pixar theory is that, of course, these movies are all different, but like there's the joy of trying to like link them all together.
Yeah.
So maybe the soul part, like the upcoming movie, is going to link to
Inside
the
Out.
emotions of Inside Out. But okay, yeah. So like I have 3 main reasons why I like Inside Out. First and foremost, it is
Dude,
really.
you put a lot of thought
It's
into
like
it.
I need to think through a while. Like, hello, this
Jensen
is a tier
Jensen
list.
is the only one who like went like the question like, okay, I have this 3 thing like emotional wise, I have this 3
Right,
and then I
right.
And
have
it's
this-
crazy how he came out with that, within 10 minutes. That
No,
we're
yeah.
into this
No, that's because you
conversation.
have to like iterate what exactly do you want to see in a movie, and like sometimes I like a Marvel movie, sometimes I like a drama
Yeah.
movie. It depends.
Yeah, he full on like pulled out like a legal pad.
You need the
I
you
mean,
need
he
the
has a lot
nuances.
of notepads.
You need the
Yes,
nuances.
on Pixar, bring it
Pixar,
out.
like Marvel movies, this notepad.
Oh my god.
Wow. I just watch a movie because I just want to get my mind off things instead of thinking about it. So I can't imagine thinking
Yeah,
about
yeah.
all
So
the
like
things
I do
or
that, but then like in the same way, after I watch the movie, I want to know why did my head
Yeah.
leave the movie the movie theater? Why did I disappear into that universe? I want to expand that length of time. So not only am I like detached from the real world for like 2 hours, I'm detached for like a day. That kind of
It's true.
right?
That's
you just
exactly
keep
what I said.
looping it.
Yeah.
That's what I said before in like the podcast before, because legit as a literature BA person,
Yes.
You're gonna
it
say
ruins
you're
the
gonna make
movie
the
for me
quote
because I
unquote
No.
always have to. No, it doesn't ruin it for me, but sometimes like if I could just like enjoy it, but then I always have to like dissect it, and how like they write like the journey, emotional journey, how like exactly like why did I feel so invested in this movie and why do I not feel as much for another movie? It's like the pacing and all that,
I feel like the best movie for me is always when after the movie, when the credits are rolling, you're just sitting there,
Yes.
staring at
I
the
agree.
screen,
Yeah.
not
Yes.
standing up, not saying a word. You're just literally just there because
like,
you're still in that
Exactly.
in that moment.
And I did
you
feel that
can't
for
leave.
Inside Out. Yeah.
I freaking
Exactly.
love it.
No, and it's like, and for me, the latest one's like Little Women. So it's basically like by the end, and you can like you didn't realize that your breath is like kind of you held your breath for a bit. It's not until the credits that
Ooh,
you
maybe I
realize
should
you've
watch
been
Little
doing
Women.
that, and it's just like amazing. You're just like, and you just kind of whoa, like that's kind of like the thing, and just sit there. La La Land also did that for me.
La La Land too, me too.
Wait,
I
we're
really
talking
love
about
it.
Pixar movies.
Sorry.
No, and so that's why now I'm dying to know what is Jensen's like top three reasons
Reason?
why he
Okay,
loves
go,
Inside
go,
Out
go,
so
go.
Okay,
much.
so
Yeah.
first and foremost, the aesthetics of it, like you can't argue when like you have a colorful ball-filled playground in your head. I think like that elicits some kind of emotion in you. It just like brings back a lot of nostalgia, especially talking about a 13-year-old girl. Like all the colors is just so mesmerizing and like so colorful, whatnot. The characters itself, I'm not gonna go into why they chose these 5 emotions. I have no idea why, but
I
just
know,
like
but I can talk about that later.
They say they had 17 and they narrowed it down.
Yeah,
'Cause
that's
there
why.
used to be
No,
more.
that's
Yeah.
the 5 big emotions, universal emotions that all people feel, despite the geographical location or the culture that they're from.
I'm not too sure about that because I haven't really thought that through. But anyway, the character, like the storyline and the character development, I thought that was phenomenal. Even though like things had to happen, because like I really hate movies. Like first and foremost, for all movies, I really hate it when there are plot holes or when I can say like, oh, why did they do this instead of doing that when the other option is much more logical? Like it just takes me out. It just feels like lazy writing, and it means that like I can't be in that movie universe for that long. So like for the storyline, like okay, sure, like sometimes they are lucky, whatnot, and then like when they're flying through at the end towards like the HQ, that was like a bit of luck, but it still makes sense. Like there's no like it still can rationalize in my mind at least. And there's the the character of Sadness. I love the actress's voice. I forgot what's her name, but like she
Phyllis.
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 Phyllis. What's her last name? I don't know. I only know.
Phyllis from The Office.
Yeah. She was in The Office. She was
Is it
I
really?
remember.
Yeah.
She was in Bad Teacher with Cameron Diaz. I remember, but like her voice just like I like love her as an actress. I'm
Phyllis
saying that
Smith.
with like utmost respect, but like her voice is filled with sadness and like you just want to hug her all the time. Like it's just so like that kind of thing.
Small pluck. The Office is the best TV show of all time. All time. Okay, done. No argument whatsoever. Okay,
Fair.
sorry.
Pixar, we're talking about
I just couldn't
Pixar,
do that.
guys.
I know.
Yeah,
I got carried away.
This
I
book
love The
can,
Office so
this
much.
podcast can go
Sorry,
for like
keep going.
one whole day if we're gonna
Yeah.
talk about it.
A full on stream.
And then the last reason is, I guess, the relatability, because it really tackled the topic of emotions very well. And like throughout the filmmaking process, they took inspiration from like the director's girl, like a daughter, if I'm not wrong, and like about her own journey when she was going through puberty, like why they chose 13-year-old specifically, and why they had the story of like leaving home. Like, you know how when we're always angry with our parents, we're just like, no, I'm gonna leave this house and never come back, that kind of emotion. So it kind of brings back that and also adds to like the nostalgia, which I mentioned earlier. So it's like all these different factors combined. I think those are like the 3 main factors why I'm thinking of the movie all the time, and I use it so many times in my A-level essays as introductions, which is kind of bad.
Lucky you're young enough to do that.
No,
'cause
it was
I
so
couldn't.
bad. I remember there was one topic, I think it was not related to emotions at all. I think it was related to science. and I don't know what like I couldn't think of any other example. I just wanted to write Inside Out, Inside Out, Inside Out for the whole movie. Oh, because it
No,
was.
I was just
yeah.
thinking because if I was doing my A levels back then, that would definitely be my thesis for my English literature project, because that would be an amazing analysis.
You can write that for
But
psychology.
can I
too,
also
though.
say that
Exactly,
one
yeah.
of my favorite scene in Inside Out, it's when the elephant, what's his name again?
Bing Bong, yes, I wanted to
Bing Bong,
mention.
yes.
Yeah.
So
y'all
when he was-
y'all don't remember. No shit.
No, but I'm just really bad at names, guys. Cut me some slack. No, but my favorite thing about that is
I forgot
because
about that, yes.
when he was sad, Joy tried to make all these
Yeah.
jokes and try to make silly faces to try to get him to laugh, but he's still
Yes.
stuck. But then Sadness just went there, put her arm around him, and just go like, "Yeah, I understand. It must be so
It really
hard."
sucks,
That's like
right?
the
Yeah.
ultimate definition of
counseling.
empathy and how much
Yeah.
empathy could do. I think that's just very well made.
I know, exactly. But can I just say, sorry, what's his name again?
Bing
Bing
Bong.
Bong.
Oh my god.
I was like a Brooklyn Nine-Nine moment, like Bing Bong. No, sorry, Bing, what?
Bing Bong.
Bing Bong. Okay. So, but do you not agree that like I really like the film? This is like the best film. But don't you think the Bing
Bong.
Girl,
Bing Bong moment is
girl,
kind
are you
of like too
playing
much?
me?
Is it? Don't you think
What
it's
do
like
you
a
mean
bit
it's
too
too much?
manufactured? No, like the disappearing scene, like him having to like Joy having to
Oh,
like
dude,
leave him
I cried
to the
so
unconscious.
much.
Yeah,
No,
wasn't that the whole point of me
definitely-
crying?
No, I also cried a lot in that scene, but it felt a bit like too much because a lot of the scene in Inside Out is like very emotional, but it doesn't have to like. It wasn't that explicit and wasn't that like like forces you to like cry, but that scene kind of felt that to me. It's like it was a bit much, but
Really? I really liked it. I think it's just people just always try to hold on to your past. I think
Yeah.
that's just what they're trying to say. And sometimes in order to grow up, and you need to let go of the past. I think that's just very beautifully depicted in the movie.
Yeah, and I think for like Bing Bong itself, it was a very good way to, I don't know whether other Pixar movies have this, but it was a good way to bring up the topic of like sacrificing for like a common cause, I guess. Like it was a very noble and like, oh, you kind of grew up with this character and you know that this character was in like this person's life, and because of this person you're willing to sacrifice yourself for like the greater cause or whatnot. I think it was very, I don't think any other Pixar movie has this, right?
no, I think a lot of them have.
Really?
this
Like
thing.
a
I think so.
Hmm.
Let me think. Like Toy Story.
Big
Which
Hero
one?
6.
Big
I
Hero
was just
6.
gonna say Big Hero 6, yeah.
Because
That guy went back
the
and
hot
saved
dude, the
his
really
brother.
hot dude, sacrificed himself. That's why he
Okay.
was only there for 5
It's-
minutes, which I was angry
know,
about.
come on, man.
But for Toy Story, who sacrificed himself? Because I don't think
Toy Story 3.
it was more of a gradual like sacrifice, but not
and
within the
acceptance.
movie. Like
No, but the sacrifice is always like, oh, do it for the friends, right? Like you
yeah,
always
but like no
try
one
to-
really like loses anything. Like everyone
You
still has a
got
happy ending.
friends,
Only the bad guys
right?
lose.
No, I think not sacrificing, but like Andy let go of his toys to the kid. He kind of let go of
Fair.
Woody.
call.
Yeah,
Yeah,
fair.
so
Then
that's a
let go,
good
so like
point,
so
that's a
let,
good
let him
point.
like play with it.
Fair,
So he
fair.
like he would didn't
Yeah, that's a
But-
good one.
I think it's like
Yeah.
always have great, really beautiful, like
Oh,
tragically
so good.
human
I love it.
moments in Pixar, which is amazing.
But just to point out for Big Hero 6, I wouldn't count that as sacrifice because he literally dies after we saw his like face for less than 30 minutes.
And that's the sacrifice. That
But
he
I don't
made.
feel attachment to him
He's
at
the
all.
only good-looking one in the movie.
See, that's why you are attached. Subjective. Oh my
I
god.
always find it funny that we find like cartoon characters like attractive.
Oh, they're always more attractive than
Especially
actual
like
human
you know like
beings.
especially like characters like okay like even the Big Hero 6 guy, he's like a human, but like things like Simba, so many of my friends
Oh,
are attracted
Simba
to
is
Simba,
so
which is kind of
hot.
crazy.
He's really
but it's
cute.
like I also feel that. But anyway, sorry, sidetracked. Sorry.
I feel like I don't know
I
what
don't know
to
if that's
talk
okay,
about.
but-
Yeah. Okay, I'ma just let them have their own. Like as long as they don't act on it, I think it's fine.
Okay.
Dude, people in Japan get married. There's like a legal marriage ceremony for you to get married
with
to
the
an anime character.
Yeah. With VR. Anyway,
I'm
sorry.
not gonna comment on
let's-
that. It's not really my
Let's go
domain.
back.
I know
A very
nothing about
disturbing
this.
moment.
Calvin, do you have anything to
Calvin,
say?
who are you to say?
Do you find any attraction to any of the Pixar? like number's a childhood movie, so what's if he's kind of uncomfortable?
Anyways, I was just wondering.
Oh my god, Calvin's finally uncomfortable about something.
I'm so
That's
uncomfortable.
new for us.
Thank
I'm
God.
so
Alright.
uncomfortable.
This is how we
I
feel
don't
every
know.
time, bro.
No, like that's so weird though. Like, why would you be attracted to? Anyways, I don't even want to talk about it.
Yeah,
I don't even
let's
want to
not-
think
I don't
about
wanna
it.
go
That
into
is
that.
the
Let's talk
weirdest
about other
thing.
stuff.
honestly.
Wait, do you not know?
Yeah.
It's like a thing anyway. Okay.
No,
It
like
is
how
a-
sad your life is.
That's the
if
I'm
you
not-
have to
point.
marry
You can't say
a,
that.
like,
I'm gonna
That's
defend
fictional
them,
character.
but I don't really know how to defend them. But I'm gonna defend them. They can do whatever
But you
they
know
want.
what? You know what? That's true. That's true.
I
if
mean-
they're happy with it, they're
Yeah.
happy with it.
I guess
Yeah.
the
You
only
do
defense
you,
is like
you do
marriage
you.
is dumb anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Also, not
You know
gonna
what
say
I mean?
that.
I agree. I agree with that. That's okay. That's another
Okay,
topic. That's
keep
another
going.
topic. No, I just thought, but basically, I don't know. You guys brought up a good point. Like, you know how we like movies because they always bring up different emotions and all that, right? Especially for Inside Out. But so it just got me thinking, like, to for you to really understand, to really appreciate it has to be some type of, I don't know, relationship where you relate to it so much. So I don't know, like, you talk about sacrifices and all that, but I don't think at my life ever it'd be like, oh yeah, there's big sacrifices, and then I feel like, oh, that's why I'm so relate to it. But I don't know, I was just curious to the story, like why you like it so much and how you relate to it so much.
Yeah, I can actually elaborate on that. But before that, whoever's listening, let us know what your favorite Pixar/Disney movies are.
Yo,
And also
there you
comment
go.
and let us know whether you like Coco.
Also, yes, thank you. I was gonna say,
Okay,
vote in the
Coco,
comments
let's
below.
go.
Who doesn't like Coco? Come on, Coco is good, man.
You need to make sure you give a major thesis and then 3 supporting reasons to why.
like Jensen, and then like bring out your
Okay,
legal
wait.
pad.
Okay, you guys say your piece first.
Okay, anyway.
Okay. Yeah, no. So for me, I relate to it so much, and I really like how it depicts reality. Is because so when I was younger,
Is this
the
Coco
first time.
or sorry?
Oh, sorry,
No, like,
Inside
movie
Out.
in general.
Inside Out.
Oh.
Inside Out, like for me.
Oh, okay.
So the reason why I relate to it so much is because when I was younger, when I was an emo teenager, I was just feeling like, oh, I'm very depressed all the time. I feel like there's no point to life. I don't understand why I'm feeling all these. So I was trying to look for something more philosophical and whatnot. So I actually stumbled upon, Buddhism. And in Buddhism, there was this principle of letting go, right? So, all emotions are fake, you could let go and all that. And so I really attached to that thinking, and I felt like, yeah, that's true. So since then, every time I feel sad, I tell myself, there's no point of feeling sad, should not feel sad, let go of that emotion right now. Or every time I feel happy or proud because I got like an A for my exam, I go like, you should let go of that, you should not be attached to that pride, right? So I've been doing that a lot, and then I realized one day that I just went numb. I just did not feel anything, and I'm the type of person that, let's say, go into a movie, I would cry. So I remember I went into like a movie about dogs, and that always makes me cry.
Oh,
So I
no.
brought like 3 packs of tissue with me because I know I'd be crying. I went in and out, did not shed one tear. And that's because I was
Not
just numb, and I felt I was scared. I was actually scared because I did not feel anything. Like no matter if something great happens or something bad happens, I just don't feel anything, which was really scary for me. So I actually had this chance of meeting a monk, and I asked her about this, and she actually told me that you got it all wrong. That's not what Buddhism is saying. So she told me that what Buddhism is saying is when you have a feeling, when you have an emotion, you feel it with all your body. You feel it immensely, because compassion is also a huge thing, and empathy is also a huge thing in Buddhism. So if you see somebody getting hurt, obviously you should feel sad. Or if a close family member passes away, obviously you should feel sad. But the whole point of Buddhism is how do you feel all of that and then let it go. And then I also watched a lot of TED Talks afterwards. Brene Brown, highly recommend everybody should go watch her TED Talk. So she talked about this numbness, how scientifically your brain is not capable of numbing just one emotion. It numbs everything. And that was a huge epiphany for me, and I just embrace all my emotions now.
Which is basically Inside Out.
Exactly. That's why I love it so much.
But I do want to question, like, since you're bringing up this point, how, like, to what extent should we feel everything, I suppose? Cause like if like when you say that, I don't know whether to take it as like, and I think maybe the audience can relate to it a bit, where like am I supposed to like okay like have a little sniffle or like try not to think about it so much but like think about it in my head but don't do anything, or do I like go through like a whole week like I'm allowed to feel sad for a whole week? So like what do you mean by I don't know feeling like going through that emotion, or how long do we go through that feeling? Yeah.
But no, but I think it's two different things though. Because I feel like again, I don't know, because I was trying to break it down, right? Like you can feel it, that's the first step, and then you let it go. That's the second step,
Yeah.
right? And I think to me, like anything's obviously for different instances, you feel different emotions, right? You can feel very happy, but then like, oh yeah, I'm very happy now. But then to let go of it, like it doesn't mean like you need to feel for a week. I think it depends on. It just basically depends on what it is, and then also how fast we can let that go. But I think the whole point is don't just like shut off your emotions. Just be able to accept it, like it's there, but then to be able to let that go. It's like a two-step process. But then if you just feel it for the entire week, which means you couldn't let it go, and then to me, I just need to find out the reason why things make you so emotional. I think you just need to understand the reason behind it.
You need to handle it. You have to face it.
Yeah.
To me, so once you understand the reason why, and then you'll be able to let that go. I think that's the most important thing to me.
Yeah, when I learned more about mindfulness, which is like a big thing in the West as well, so it's not attached to any religion or whatnot. It's just mindfulness. And one of the concepts that they said is also be aware of your emotions like clouds. So you see it, you're like, oh, it's there. I'm sad, but don't get hung on to it like, oh my God, I'm so sad, or go like, oh, I shouldn't feel sad. This is stupid. You shouldn't do that. Instead of doing all that, you just make yourself aware of that and just go like, cool, there is there. So I think that is one of the things. The other thing, what Calvin said is also, it's easy to say that, oh, you should let it go right away. You're not letting it go if you're, letting yourself be in that state. But at the same time, I feel like it's all about taking baby steps. So maybe this time it took me 1 month to get over something. And then the next time it happens, I try to shorten it to 3 weeks, to 2 weeks, to 1 week. So I know ideally speaking, you should feel it right that moment and then instantly let it go. But it's hard. So that is kind of just how you should cope with it, I feel like.
Exactly. I also have been like dealing with that, and I think it's very important to focus on the progress, and I think the most important thing is to realize that progress doesn't go in a not necessarily go into a linear thing. You don't have to get better every day, and if you don't get better, and if you go like a step back and you're like, oh my God, I'm not making any progress, I think it's very important, because it's like sometimes you get really stressed about like how you should do it or how far you're going, but you have to understand that sometimes progress is in a circular movement, or like a kind of like a not circular but kind of like a it's just not necessarily sorry I can't do math.
Loading. What shapes do I know?
Yeah, I know. I'm like, I square, no, no. Okay, so they're not necessarily linear, but you always have to. Sometimes you have bad days and good days, right? So if today, so like Melody said, so like maybe this time it took me a month, and then but next time it took me 3 weeks, but then next time maybe it took me like 3 weeks, 2 days, but that doesn't mean that you're not making progress, right? You just have to like be okay with doing 1 step forward and maybe like 1 step back, like 2 step forward but 1 step back, and then next time maybe you can go like 3 step forward and then maybe you get 2 step back, but that's okay. You're still making progress. You just don't have to beat yourself up. You just have to be aware and just like keep like be nice to yourself and just keep pushing.
Fair. When you were like saying the circle thing, I just kept thinking of vortex shedding or like turbulent flow about it.
Yeah, sorry.
Hashtag
Engineer. Hashtag
and
engines.
also, and also like about like film, like the idea of feeling the emotions. I think that's why like human beings love film so much, or any type of literature so much. It's because it just presents human emotion as it is, right? It just like it's just very therapeutic to look at like another person living through what you've been through. They don't necessarily give you an answer to it. A lot of films don't actually give you an answer.
And the best movies don't.
Yeah, and they don't, and it's like like for me, like my favorite like TV show is BoJack Horseman. It's like a adult cartoon, super dark, but I feel like really related to it because I see my struggles on the screen and I know that I'm not the only one who's experiencing that. But like looking at it, they don't give me any answer, but like just like being aware of why I feel that way or like other people also feel that way, it's very like therapeutic, and it's easier for me to understand the emotion and let it go. So I think that's why like film is so important.
Yeah, because I think like the reason why I asked the question in the first place, because I think when we're giving advice, especially to like people who don't really understand like the context of what we're saying, I think it's really important. We're not really, I think I'm just trying to get a message of like or at least when I am asking that question, I don't think that we should be feeling the emotion, I guess, in like full force or like in like such a like, I don't know, people can just take those words in a certain way. I just kind of want to clarify for like whoever's listening about like what we're trying to say.
Yeah, I guess it's like if you want to feel it full force, you can. Do you know what I mean? Like, it just like
You
depends
can,
on the person.
yeah.
It depends on the situation. It's just like you don't have to like whatever you're feeling, you can feel it. You don't have to suppress any part of it because like emotions come and go, and you can just
Yeah, the thing Melody said about mindfulness, I think that was like a lot more. Yeah, I think that was a very, very like clear about like how we should be like kind of making progress and like knowing what we are, being really, really aware of what we are thinking and going through at that moment in time, which I think is like the same process of like when I go into movies where like I know I'm feeling this emotion because of like, oh, I see this on the screen. Or like for Inside Out, at the end of the scene, I'm giving concrete examples of the film, where at the end, when Riley, that's the name of a character.
I've been calling her the girl.
Okay. When she goes home and like her parents hug her, and that one moment when Sanders goes up to the panel and touches it, then everything becomes blue, then you become blue too, and then your like waterfalls just keep flowing.
Oh my god, I'm having chills just listening to that.
Exactly.
I'm having chills.
I'm already tearing.
That's the
having chills.
That's why you watch, and that's why it is the best emotional film. And then plus Bing Bong, which Bing Bong prepares you for that scene basically of like Bing Bong's like
that's
river,
good.
and then after that waterfalls.
I know.
That's funny. No, I bet like just title all that. It's just because you're just saying like how you feel the emotions and all that, and then how, and that just kind of ties in back to the film because you were saying how what's the character's name again? That's
Riley?
Elephant. Damn.
Oh,
Bing Bong.
Bing Bong.
Bing Bong's a weird name.
Mel,
Very
you were
Asian
just
name.
saying
Very Asian name.
the Bing Bong was like feeling sad, and then Joy's like trying to cheer him up and all that, right? Like for the longest time, but then like it doesn't really work, and then sadness come over, like it have to show empathy, and then like Bing Bong would be able to let that go. I think that kind of ties in the whole thing, how we were saying like how we really need to feel the emotions, because for the longest time, Joy basically I guess that's the message from the movie is like we always try to feel happy, we try to shut off all the everything else, right? And every time when we feel sad, and it's like no, we wired or being taught like don't feel sad or all that, right? But for the entire time what we're talking is like it's okay to feel happy and it's okay to feel sad, and it's all about how do you balance it out, how do you like put it away. And I really, really felt that, especially now in this quarantine period, because I've been at home for past 8-9 weeks, right? And I remember, and then for the longest time, for the beginning, I was like, no, Calvin, like, you just gotta, you just gotta like cheer yourself up, like, you gotta pump yourself up, whatever, like do whatever. But I realized it doesn't really work because sure, maybe work for a week, 2 weeks, right? But when I realized when I actively tried to repress those feelings. Right, it just built up more and more because it's just like you don't think about it. It doesn't mean it's not there. It doesn't mean it's not bothering you, right? So I realized, and then to me, what I really learned is that instead of shutting it off, you just need to get to the bottom of it. Understand why is it bothering you? Like why are certain things making me upset? And then to understand the reason behind it, to really fully understand your emotions, then you'll be able to let that go.
Exactly.
So it's like a process where you feeling it, you understand it, and then you can finally like, oh, you're okay with it, and you let that go. That's kind of what I learned through this especially now, I really feel
Fair.
it. So yeah.
Yeah.
Which I think is a really good analogy to like the movie going experience, like what Livis mentioned. You literally go in the movie theater and you allow yourself to feel whatever emotion that and the journey that the movie takes you. And after that, at the end, you rationalize your emotions. At least that's what I do. And after that, the movie ends, and they're like, "Oh, you went through this great journey with the characters on the screen," and then like you allowed yourself to actually appreciate what's been shown to you and the artistry itself. And then everything just kind of comes to the end, and after that, you're back in real life. That kind of thing.
Which sucks. No.
Which is like, I mean, like I would rather be in a movie, but like, you know,
Yeah.
sometimes yeah, that doesn't really work out. And I also want to say that it's really funny how you guys keep forgetting all the characters' names. Because literally, it's just
We
Riley.
just feel the emotion,
No,
okay?
yeah, okay, but like that,
Exactly.
like, for people who didn't watch the film, I think it's funny, and I'm a bit critical of it in like a funny way. Of
Hey.
course, I'm critical of it in a funny way because two of the characters are Riley and Bing Bong, and the other five are emotions that we know.
That's why I said
Right?
happiness, right? Kind of similarity, right?
All right.
Where it's like happiness, depression,
Oh, okay.
frustration.
Grossed out.
I think that's a different. Maybe that's Inside Out Part 2.
I call it
Maybe.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Oh, wow.
That's what I call it. Monday's depressed, Tuesday's acceptance. That's what we call.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I love it. I love this topic so much, guys. I feel like we should keep doing this.
We just love Inside
rotate
Out.
on different movies or different genres of movies, and we can next
Yeah.
talk about like actual human movies.
Or just,
Yeah.
yeah, maybe we can
Like
just like.
actual hot
What are
people.
what are
Whoa.
those? I've never watched those.
Yeah.
Sorry. I
What do
only
you mean
watched part-
actual human movies?
Yeah, what do you
People
mean?
married fictional character apparently. Married anime
Hey,
character.
don't you discredit
That's
their
real life.
love, man.
Love
don't
is love.
invalidate their love.
Love is love.
Okay,
Hashtag.
okay. This is weird. Okay, maybe we can talk about this because how love is not all love is the same. Like it's not. Would you agree? Love is a two-way street, right?
I
Like,
will say
you
love-
give and you take.
Yeah.
Okay,
When
I
you
will
marry
say,
a
okay.
fictional character, it's one way. And I
Sorry.
wouldn't call it love. I call it
No, dude.
obsession.
No, dude.
Okay,
What if-
can I
have you
just
watched
say-
the movie Her? What if Siri actually falls in love? You know what I mean?
Okay, I'm sorry. One thing, love is it's a fake. Okay, I'm not a scientist, but it's a chemical like the amazing brain that makes us want to like breed or whatever. So love is not real. Hashtag love is dead. Sorry.
Okay, I don't know where we're going with this, but but I feel like okay, you know what? I'm just not
Let's
gonna
cut
like.
this
This is a really big Pandora's box that we just
Okay.
opened.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Let's
that's,
wrap
I'm
up.
just trying to show a point where because I don't understand this, that's why I will never be able to let this emotion go because I don't understand.
Is it a
I'm so
circular
sorry if
motion?
there are any people who are listening
So
that feel
that-
offended. we just clearly don't know. We're supposedly adults.
No, or explain to me. I'm open-minded. I'm okay. Just explain to me how you can marry a fictional character when you know that that thing will never love you back. I don't.
Cool.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Anyways. Today it was a great conversation. So thank you so much. I'll talk to you guys later then. Bye.
Comment, like,
Bye.
share.
Or
bye.
comment on like any other movies you feel like we should watch, and you know maybe we'll talk about it. Maybe we won't. Let's see what we feel about it. If we all love the movie, we clearly will debate about it for a very long amount of time.
Yeah.
All right, bye, guys.
Okay, bye.
Bye guys.